Hi, I'm Paul Brodie. It's a fine day and we're back in the shop. Mitch behind the cameras, thanks for tuning in. We are in our 5th year of doing YouTube videos and aiming for 100,000 subscribers. If you hit subscribe, we thank you. We're on the Cub today. I was in my shop yesterday and I made something. I took Delrin. This is Delrin. It's a plastic. It machines beautifully. And out of this, I made this. So this goes on the starter rollers. This is the old roller that was on the right side. And you can see that this is all bent. So not very good. So I made a better version. Basically, you can see what's going on here. I got a bushing inside. I'll put it on a little bit of grease and we'll put it on the starter roller and we'll have a little look at the starter roller because I think there's a bit of interest in what I got. It comes out of England, a Solo brand, and I got it used. If I want a new one out of England, including shipping, it's about $2,000. So this one was used. It used to belong to Mick Hart, if you know him. I bought it off his wife. So this is going to be a lot stronger, which is good. That's what it looks like. So you can see it's been redesigned. Here's my drawing, what I did yesterday. It took I don't know, maybe 3 hours to make this whole thing. There we go. So just one bolt holds it on now, but it's 8mm. It's a 12.9, so it's strong. So this is the starter over here. There we go, I got my wrenches. This is the starter. And the wheel that I'm replacing used to go here. And this one is fine. So I think what happens is the wheel kicks over this way. And so that's what the new setup looks like. And this thing's pretty strong. It's got 2 starter motors on it. And I think now I've got it pretty well in good shape. You know, one of these was missing, so I had to source that. That was not a big deal. Okay. So that's what it looks like. And when the wheel kicks over, the side of the tire goes onto that and it'll just spin. So obviously the bike goes on here. And your left foot operates this. It's got some power, definitely kicks. So we're going to use this to start the Cub later on. I got a few other things to show you on the Cub. Oh, I wanted to show you the welding. Look at this. It is terrible. I guess they had the kid working on it or something. I don't know. Not very nice. On the Cub, I put a valve on the oil supply for the oil tank. It's got a red handle there, so that's on. Going down like that. Every time I ride, I have to remember to switch it on. Got the motor all back. Everything's hooked up, so we're going to see if there's oil leaks when we fire it up. Hopefully, no. Hopefully that'll be good. And after the bike comes down off the stand, I'm going to show you the suspension. Because the forks, when you hit the brake and pull, it tops out. And the shocks hardly go down at all. So we need to work on suspension on this little bike. We'll get to that. What I want to show you on the suspension is that, actually I'm looking down on the shock and it's kind of bent a bit, but it's pretty stiff. I need a bit more suspension there. And on the forks, if I hold on the brake and I pull, hear that? It tops out. So I have to take it apart, add some spaces, maybe some O-rings, so the O-rings take up the shock and you don't get the clunk. All right, gonna get the starter out here and see what happens. I need my screwdriver. Well, the kill switch works, okay. I need that little screwdriver so I can futz with the carb a moment. I try to get it to idle. This is the idle screw right here. And it seems that the idle screw is a little bit short. It won't raise the needle up. It won't raise up the slide enough to make it idle. So I had another idle screw and they're both the same length. So I'm not sure what's going on there. And I'm fooling around with the low mixture here, and the carb needs a bit of tuning. I put the needle down. I put in a smaller needle jet. Went from 106 to 105. It's only a thou difference, I'm told. So it's a work in progress, but it runs. And look, there's no oil leaking. So that's good. I think that, you know, with that amount of running, oil would have come out if there's a problem. So I think the breather's working well. One thing I'd like to do now is just take out the plug. We'll just have a look at the plug. I know this is not a good plug check situation, but it'll give an indication if it's rich or something. Last time I took out the plug, it was black. So we're going to have a look. Well, it's not black like last time. So last time it was really black, so I guess making a few small changes did make a difference. Anyway, work in progress. I will work on that. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Mitch and I like coffees. If you tell your friends, that's great. Thanks. We'll see you next time. How about that, eh? it out. First kick, I like that.